Hello everybody, my name is Septa, and today I'm back with another Platinum Trophy video. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy for GTA Vice City. Now this game has a story that is unlike GTA 3's, as after the main story is completed we can still do stuff. So I am going to be doing this story. I'm not going to be going too in depth to each story kind of strain because we only really get trophies at the end of them. But the story starts out with the Mafia tricking Tommy Vercetti, our main character, who recently got released from prison, into going down to Vice City to kind of get the area ready for them to move in. The game actually starts out with us controlling Tommy Vercetti, who is newly in Vice City. After a drug deal gone wrong, we start doing missions for Ken Rosenberg, the kind of lawyer of Tommy. He has us do a bunch of different missions where we actually get a bunch of connections, which helps us with further mission strands later. Our last mission for Ken, we have to start up a riot by just causing fights with people and blowing up cars. Now this mission actually gives us a trophy and leads to helping some of the connections that Ken helped us make with later quests. And we get the trophy pop. And legal counsel for completing the riot mission, the 4th mission in GTA Vice City, and our first trophy of the Platinum. Next, we do some missions for a man named Avery Carrington. Basically, he's like a land developer, and for our first mission from him, we actually had a missable trophy. Both of his missions have missable trophies. This one, we have to kill this guy, but we have to specifically do so with a golf club. This trophy is considered kind of difficult in the Platinum Trophy community because he can run away pretty easily, but my suggestion is just to get him out of the golf cart and beat him up, and here's the trophy pop. Yes! Irony. Killed the property developer with a golf club during 4 iron. That was actually pretty stressful because that was a missable and he got in the golf cart. So if I would have, I need to, basically the next mission also has a missable, so I'm going to go save my game before I do that, because if I miss a missable at this point, I'll have to restart the entire game because I haven't made a save. As I said, his next mission also has a missable trophy. For this one, we have to fly this helicopter around and plant bombs, but while we're doing this, we basically have to just fly into people and kill them. This trophy isn't very difficult as long as you kind of hurry along, and here I do get the trophy to pop. Choppered up. Kill all hostile NPCs during the mission Demolition Man using the RC chopper blades. Honestly, a very easy missable trophy, but still a missable trophy. I learned from the last missable I had, so I made sure I saved my game. But actually, this one was way easier than the last. So now I just got to get the bombs done, and this trophy will for sure be, well, I guess it's already for sure locked in, but then this mission will be done and over with. So yeah. As the building's blowing up, I just kind of want to mention that we help different people, but there's also assassination missions and gang missions later that I will be talking more about when the time comes. But after this, I decided to do some missions for a guy named Diaz. He ends up becoming one of the enemies later on, but he has us just doing basic missions with a little more variety, like this military one. But in the end, after completing all of his missions, we do get a trophy. But his last mission, we have to do various boat combat, which is one of the things that I like, as there's more mission variation from GTA 3, as GTA 3 kind of just had combat missions, but this is what we get for completing those missions. And South American Connection for completing Supply and Demand. I really like Lance Vance. He's definitely a great duo for Tommy, and it's so refreshing from GTA 3 to actually have a talking, like, main character. So I like this game a lot better than GTA 3, and I figured out that I can turn, like, so I get more frames and it doesn't hurt my brain like GTA 3 did. So yeah, this Platinum is very enjoyable so far. The next mission strain I went to work on was the Colonels. He's kind of like the guy that set us up with other kind of connections. Now this guy here, Lance Vance, as I mentioned previously, he's like Tommy's friend. And in this mission, I found this one to be one of the hardest ones, as I kept having to reset because Lance kept dying. But this is one of the Colonel's missions, and his missions were pretty fun. And after this, I only have one more, and then we do get a trophy pop. This last mission was cool as we got to defend the yacht, but I did want to say that in that last mission, Lance Vance kind of betrayed Diaz, and Diaz is a major criminal figure in the area, so now we officially have beef with him and need to take him out before he kills us. But this mission I found really fun as there's just tons of boat combat, and as I've already stated, I really like that. Now, the Colonel is another one of Tommy's actual good friends, as a lot of people do end up double-crossing him. But once again, this mission was very fun, and I recommend you guys playing this game's story. Oh, our own boat and life of the party complete. The all hands on deck mission, and now it's time to do a mission that will give us a missable trophy. Oh, that was almost a copyright claim. But we need to head over and do another Diaz mission to get another trophy. Since Tommy is a go-getter, we actually decided to go out and kill Diaz pretty much straight away. Now, this mission does have our second to last missable trophy. Basically, you just need to kill Diaz with an M4, which is like the rifle. My only tip and the only really way you can get this missable trophy is just by bringing the M4 to the mission, and then as soon as you see Diaz, just spraying him with it. But this is what will become the Vercetti Estate, and we basically just take him out right here. It was honestly a very easy fight, and I thought it was going to be more difficult. Now, it is scripted, so he does have to go run back into that room before you can kill him. But then once he gets back there, it's honestly just a really easy fight, and we do get the trophy pop. And salutations, my little friend, by using the M4 to take out Diaz during the mission Rub Out.
My beautiful house! Look what you've done to it!
This is for my brother!
I trusted you, Tommy. I would have had you made.
Say goodnight, Mr. Diaz.
After taking over Diaz's empire and claiming the mansion as our own, I kept doing the main story missions, and I ended up getting the trophy Greasy Palms, which is for using a police bribe. If you don't know, these were in GTA 3 as well, and basically you just have to go into this thing on the map, or sorry, this icon, and it takes 1 star off of your wanted level. I did it during this mission to just get it more easily, and here's the trophy pop. And I got the trophy Greasy Palms for using a police bribe to reduce my wanted level. That was in GTA 3. I don't know how that took me so long, but there's that. I'm currently going for some side missions to earn some money. But yeah, there's that trophy. On the topic of wanted levels, the next trophy I got was for obtaining a 6-star wanted level. I got this during the mission Copland. Basically, you go and bomb a mall, and during this you get a 5-star wanted level, so then when you fight the ensuing police, you can quite easily get it up to a 6-star, but this is not the only time you can do it. And catch me if you can for obtaining a 6-star wanted level. I got this in the mission Copland. After you plant the bomb, you get a 5-star wanted level. So I just killed the cops, but I think I'm about to fail. But yeah, I failed the mission because freaking Lance died. But there's that trophy. Now it was time for the gang missions. The first ones I did was the Haitians, but they don't give a trophy, so I didn't do them. But now we are doing the Cubans, and all of their missions need to be completed after the Haitians because they basically end with a huge kind of attack against the Haitians, and then they're hostile, but they are the only gang that are hostile at the end of the game. Basically, they have a factory, and we just need to go bomb it. The mission is quite simple, with us just needing to kill the Haitians and then just plant bombs, which is a very simple process of standing on purple circles. Now, while you guys see the gameplay of the actual mission, I do just want to mention that there are also biker missions and the Love Fist, which is a rock band missions where you basically just need to help them out. But here's me planting the bombs across the factory, and here is the factory actually exploding for the trophy. Now, don't ask me why they actually wanted this factory blown up, as it seems like nothing was actually being made in here. And honestly, I found that so funny. But basically, the next couple trophies that I'm going to get is for completing the next 2 respective gangs, or just kind of factions trophies. I didn't know that I had to go up the ladder and get over here, so this mission took me like 30 minutes to complete. But I finally got it done, and we have that trophy. The next gang I chose to do was the Bikers, which basically is just doing stuff like proving yourself to be a badass by getting the cops on you, but their final mission is to steal one of the gang members' bikes back as a true sign of loyalty. I chose to do this one next because you actually need to complete all of these to do the last chauffeur mission, which is for Love Fist, but overall these biker missions were really fun. And here I deliver the bike to their headquarters, and the dude comes out to grab it. And after this, we do get a trophy pop. And Tommy Two Wheels for completing the Hog mission. So now we are officially a biker and can do the final Love Fist mission, which will give us another trophy. The Love Fist missions were next, and these were my favorite out of all of them because of the fact that they were all like British and Scottish and Irish, so they all talked with really thick and funny accents. But while I was doing these missions, well, the final mission, the car that we were driving had a bomb in it, but after a while of driving around at the right speed, they did eventually detonate it, which allowed us to then progress towards through the mission and deliver them to their concert. We didn't actually get to watch the concert, but we do just get to see kind of their really cool venue in my opinion. But after this, we do get the trophy pop. And chauffeur for completing the listening tour mission. Definitely a very interesting mission, but another trophy closer to the platinum. Alright everyone, so now that we have all these missions done, in order to actually progress through the story, we need to do, I think it's 5 different asset missions. Basically, there are different properties you have to buy for 100% completion. You have to buy every single property. Well, sorry, I already said that. You have to buy all the homes as well as all the businesses, and each business has one or multiple different missions to do. One of the ones I decided to do during this was the different vehicle missions, which was just to deliver vehicles to the Sunshine car dealership. Now before this, I actually did grab all 100 packages to get the different bonuses, but these are pretty much like the same as GTA 3. Another thing I did during this time was a good chunk of the rampages. These were a lot more fresh as they had more diversity in the different rampages you could do, like this one where you had to blow up cars with an RPG. I found these way more fun than GTA 3, and I didn't actually finish them until way later, but I did start them here, and I would recommend if you're going for the platinum to just do these whenever you see them, and then when you get bored enough to actually go do all of them. Now back to the hidden packages. If I'm being honest, the only thing that really changed about them was just that they were more hidden above ground, as the GTA Vice City map is way bigger than the GTA 3 map. But besides their locations being more out in the open, their look also did change, but still not much different from the GTA 3 hidden packages, as we just needed to grab 100. This time they definitely looked cooler, but here is the last one. Oh my god, finally after 2 hours and 20 minutes, City Sleuth for finding all the 100 hidden packages. As you can see, I get a tank over there. I don't think I'm allowed in, but I also have an attack helicopter, which will help me with a bunch of stuff later. But now I think I'm just gonna do some of the side activities, as I don't know how to trigger the final missions. There's like 4 more missions that I have to do. I don't know how to trigger those, so I'm just doing side activities, but that is the collectibles done. So happy. After grabbing those packages, I decided to focus fully on the vehicle list by grabbing different vehicles from around the map. This took me a couple hours to do, but during it I actually got 2 trophies. Basically, after each of the 5 lists you get a reward, and one of the rewards is the Deluxo, which you actually get a trophy from going full speed in. So my recommendation is just to take it to the airport and kind of race it from one end to the other. It took me a couple attempts, but overall wasn't that difficult. As I said, just go to the airport, race it down here like I did, and eventually you will get the trophy. And here is my trophy popping. And don't need roads for hitting max speed in a Deluxo. I don't think it flies. If it does, I don't know how. But yeah, I thought this car came out in GTA 5, but I guess it came out in Vice City. And I guess we just had to drive it and it reached max speed for a trophy. So I'm currently doing the vehicle lists, so I figured I'd just get this trophy out of the way. While still on the topic of the vehicle list, one of the vehicles I had to get was this pizza bike. Now, firstly, this is a unique vehicle mission to Vice City where you have to deliver pizzas. This gives you, I think, a health boost, but I decided to get this done because if I had to go through the effort of actually finding a pizza bike, I figured I might as well get these done. Now, you have to do all, I think it's 10 levels, but we do get a trophy for just delivering 10 pizzas, which I get here. And the Pie Guy trophy for delivering 10 pizzas. I had to go into the menu because I have to hurry back and get to the restaurant. Basically, for for the last vehicle list, I had to deliver the pizza bike. And I figured if I'm going to go out and find a pizza bike, I might as well get the pizza missions done. So I'm just getting level 12 of the pizza missions for 100% completion, but there is that trophy. And after completing these City Boy missions, it was time to finish the vehicle list. The last vehicle I decided to get was the golf cart, as you had to drive it like super far and it's like super slow. But after doing this, we do get a nice trophy, which honestly felt so good after hours of grinding for this. Final vehicle that I need to collect. Please let me just be done. Yes, Grand Theft Auto. Retrieve every wanted vehicle at Sunshine Auto's Import Garage. So there's that long-awaited trophy, and now, hopefully, we should start making quite a bit more money from Sunshine Autos. So, time to just keep progressing towards 100% completion and the platinum. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we need to buy all the properties, but we do actually get a trophy for buying our first 10. I decided that my 10th would be the movie studio, which is a pretty good business, and here's the trophy pop. And the Vice City Mogul trophy. Sorry, I missed my unmute button on my mic, but this is for buying properties. Basically, a huge part of 100% completion is that you do have to purchase every mission in the game, every property in the game, including safe houses, which are these, and businesses, which are these, and complete the respective missions. The ice cream one is the most difficult so far. This one I'm actually kind of excited to do because one of the missions has a missable trophy. So I'm sure you'll see that not too far away in the platinum. I decided to then do the asset missions for the film studio, as the asset missions actually have a missable trophy. Now, the reason I decided to do these so soon was because this is the last missable trophy of the game, so I honestly just wanted to get it out of the way. Basically, you have to go activate a spotlight and drive a motorcycle atop of a bunch of buildings to actually get there. This mission is honestly a really cool idea, and for the missable, we can't fall off of the rooftops. I had lots of close calls, and this took me many hours of practice, but here's the trophy popping. But I would just like to quickly mention that after completing the asset missions, you actually start to gain a revenue, which is needed just for other property purchases as well as weapon buys throughout the game. And the not my first time trophy for completing the mission G Spotlight without falling from the rooftops. This genuinely took me 30 minutes, so I'm so happy to finally have this mission done and to get the final missable trophy of the platinum. The next thing I decided to do was my next vehicle mission, which had to be firefighting, as I actually quite enjoy the firefighting in these games. Now, one thing I'd like to say is the reason that my kind of actions seem a little random is because they are. I like to spice things up as to not get burnt out when I'm playing sort of repetitive games like the older GTAs and stuff like that, because a lot of the actions are just the same thing lots of times. So I'd recommend doing stuff like this in between missions or just spicing it up. But here, after extinguishing 10 fires, we do get a trophy pop. And we have the high quality H2O trophy for extinguishing 10 fires. I apologize, I really got a plan for these mission trophies going ahead, because I'm always like in the middle of doing something when I actually get the mission. But the fire missions on GTA 3 were my favorite of all the other missions. So yeah, these are honestly kind of fun to me, but basically I'm going to be doing these because I have to get them out of the way for 100% completion so that I can get enough money for the Malibu Club, because that's the property I need to do that and the asset missions in order to complete the stories. To complete the story, allowing me to fully get everything I need for 100% completion and the rest of the platinum. Come on. Finally, back with the main story, we actually progressed this side of the story by doing the Malibu Club asset missions. Basically, these all set up a bank heist at the end. The first couple missions, we have to get various members of a crew, being a driver, safecracker, and gunman. And then we get the final mission, which is actually really fun. But during this, I got another trophy for earning the Butcher criminal rating. I just got this while doing the asset missions for the Malibu Club, but it's kind of like just your score of things you've done overall in the game. Now it was finally time for the mission. This mission honestly was kind of anticlimactic just because of how old Vice City is. Basically, we just went in while our gunman pointed guns at the people, and then our safe guy just got the money from the safe. Of course, things ended up going bad and our driver ended up dying, but because the gameplay is kind of repetitive as we just shoot enemies, I'm not actually going to show much of the bank heist gameplay. However, after this, we get betrayed by Lance Vance and sold out to the Mafia. Basically, Tommy was withholding money from them, and Vance actually snitched on us and turned on us. But we ended up getting to kill Lance Vance as well as the Mafia guy. And honestly, this mission was fun because of the amount of shooting, but it was also repetitive at the same time because all there was shooting. But after killing the mob boss, we do finish the mission. Now this mission this mission is the final mission, and it ends with Ken and Tommy creating a business partnership, and it seems kind of like an 80s movie, which I think is kind of the point of the mission. But we do get a trophy pop from completing the game. And mischief managed for completing the Keep Your Friends Close mission. That was honestly really fun, sliming out Lance Vance as I hated him throughout the whole story, and getting to kill Sonny. It was just such a satisfying end to the story. So now I have access to a lot of things like Fort Baxter. So now I can use the military helicopter and tank that I got from the packages and cool stuff like that. Right after that, I decided to do my last assassination mission. Most of these just involve killing one person, but this last one we had to clear out a bunch of enemies and steal a helicopter. After this, we just had to drop the helicopter off at the airport, and we got a trophy for completing all assassination missions. And gun for hire for completing all the assassination contracts. These are basically just little side missions, and I had one more left, so I decided to just quick get it done to grab that trophy. Next, I decided to cause some mayhem with the military helicopter. Basically, I decided to do the vigilante missions, which are by far way easier on GTA Vice City over GTA 3. Basically, in GTA 3, we used the tank, but this helicopter was so much better as it was basically zero way, unless you're bad at flying, to actually get taken out. But here, I get Vigilante rank 12 and a trophy pop. Running rampant. Complete Vigilante mission level 12. By far the easiest vigilante, way easier than GTA 3, especially since you just have to complete level 12 once in this game instead of on GTA 3 where you had to reach level 12 on every island. So there is that trophy done with. All we have to do left for those is just the 100 taxi fares, and of course the most difficult, paramedic level 12. This chopper, which you get from beating the story and getting 100 hidden packages, makes this so easy that it only took me about 10 minutes to get that trophy instead of the, what was it? I think it took me like 80, or not 80, probably like a couple hours to get level 12 on GTA 3, so definitely much faster. Next, I was doing a rampage, and I actually popped a trophy for doing a bunch of property damage, which is kind of fitting, but here is that trophy. And bowling at China Shop for Speaking of rampages, this is when I decided to get the rest of the rampages fully completed. There aren't that many, and unlike GTA 3, they have one specific spot. In GTA 3, they actually migrated locations, which made them way harder, but in this, you just have to kind of leave and come back, which made them much easier. Next, I went to do some of the vehicle missions. This is the RC Bandito race. This one honestly kind of sucked. I failed it a couple times, but this time I did actually manage to get it by just locking in, and here's the trophy. And just like the real thing for winning the RC Bandit race. Cleaning up stuff for 100% completion, and that was just a nice trophy for one of the races. During one of the vehicle missions, there is actually a popular exploit that we can use. Basically, during this mission, if you beat your time in more than 1 second, your money will actually double. So basically, you just keep beating the race over and over again, getting 1 second more each time. I ended up developing a strategy where you can move the cones as long as you don't grab any rings, because that's when the timer actually starts. But after doing this for about 20 minutes, I built up a money pool of 52 million and get the trophy pop. Yes! Oh my god, take the cannoli, earn the Godfather criminal rating. I just got $52 million from that mission. But oh my god, finally the Godfather ranking. Instead of past the cannoli, it should be past the gabagool, but, oh my god, cone crazy. Doing that in 11 seconds is the most difficult thing I've ever done in this game. Oh, I actually started the mission again. I do not think it's physically possible to beat it one more time. But, oh my god, I'm just so happy to get that done. Now I'm going to move on and finish the taxi and ambulance mission. Like the paramedic and 100 taxi fares. Because that is pretty much the hardest thing left to do in the platinum grind, so I just want to get that done and over with. After this, I decided to farm out the taxi missions where I get 25 and point A to point B for completing 25 taxi fares. I still need to do 75 more because I completed one at the start of my playthrough. But that's all the ones that I need for the trophy, but I still do need 75 more for 100% completions. While grinding out my other 75 fares, I got a trophy for listening to every radio station in the game for 5 minutes. This is kind of advised to be done during the taxi missions, which is why I decided to get it done there. I actually ended up flipping my taxi during this, which sucked and made me have to reset, but overall, not too big of a setback as I got it done shortly after. After the taxi missions, I decided to go for the last vehicle missions, being the ambulance missions. These were my least favorite in GTA 3, but like everything else in the game, it has been made much better in Vice City. Basically, this time, it's a much smaller area, kind of, to go to. I don't know, maybe it's nothing, it just felt way easier this time. But here we get the trophy pop. Yes! Somebody called the ambulance. Oh my god. That took me like an hour. I got it first try, but that is by far the most difficult thing left of the platinum completed. So now I'm on to some of the stadium missions and street races, and then we just have a couple more things to clean up, and we are done with the platinum. After saving lives, I decided to wreak a little havoc because we needed one more trophy for destroying stuff. This one is I'm Famous. Basically, we just had to cause even more chaos to get our media rank up higher, and here is the trophy pop. And I'm famous for earning the Stuff of Legends media rank. After causing that carnage, I decided to get another missable trophy that was way more peaceful, and this one was honestly so easy. And Keepy Uppy Okie Dokie, that's such a good trophy name. That was a very easy trophy. Just to let you guys know, the beach ball spawns right here on Starfish Island, but as I explained, you just let it bounce 5 times on your head and you get that trophy. Next, I decided to go for the last missable trophy and arguably one of the most difficult trophies in the game. Basically, we had to hold a 30-second long wheelie. Now, the way that you kind of do this is by just releasing the trigger rapidly and holding back on the joystick, but this took me over half an hour to do.
Yes! Oh my god. 1 is better than 2. Perform a 30-second wheelie. This genuinely took me half an hour. I'll talk about, well, I guess you guys have already heard my explanation, but that is the last miscellaneous trophy. All I gotta do is get 100% completion and we get the platinum, but holy crap, that trophy was so annoying.
And for our second to last trophy, I decided to go for these stunt jumps. These aren't too hard, but they do take quite a bit of time to complete, as I believe there's about 50 of them. And here I do my last stunt jump to pop the trophy. After this, all we have to do is get 100% completion, and then we pop the platinum.
Yes, Daredevil, for completing all stunt jumps. Oh my god. So, the final trophy, here I'll actually show you guys. The final trophy that we have is 100% completion. Now all I have to do is do the stadium events, the street races, and the robberies. Those things, and we get the platinum. I'm actually so excited, but it's 4 a.m., so I'm sorry if I sound unenthusiastic.
As I said, the three main things we have to do are the couple different races, and we have to rob a bunch of stores. Now, I did end up leaving one store to rob till the very end, but I'll talk more about those in a second. And the last thing we had to do was the arena kind of races, which we had to kind of transition them. Basically, the robberies are very simple. You just go into a store, point a gun at the dude until money comes out, and the longer you stand there, the more money you get, but the better water level you get. And for the arenas, these were pretty easy for the most part, except for one. It's not this one, it's the kind of race one where you have a bunch of people. That one took me a bunch of different attempts, and honestly, if you're going for this, don't do what I did and actually save before each one to make sure you win. I didn't do this, but I really wish I did, and here we are going to be platinuming the game.
After those stupid arena challenges, we can finally get the platinum. So all we have left to do is to rob the final store. So, you know, we're just gonna quick get the platinum. Yes, done it all. Holy crap, 100% completion. Oh, thank you all for coming along this journey. And yes! Oh, Kingpin. Oh, that feels so good. I'm just gonna die. This game has been so fun, but this platinum has been so great. Like, those, what do you call them? Those arena missions took me like 3 hours. All the cleanup has taken hours to do each activity. I'm so happy to be done with this game. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. It's been Septa. Oh yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. At 1,000 subscribers, I will be platinuming Red Dead Redemption 2. But yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.